beautiful in this body. People don't know that until now. You know what I mean? I have an entire fan base that is probably going to be in shock, but I do not feel comfortable in my body. It is not okay to be this big. I have 4 children. I don't want to die from a heart attack. It's not cute at all.
So help me understand, I mean, obviously emotionally you seem to be in a different place, but what separates you from the women of feederism?
I have a desire to lose weight. I got into the adult industry. It was survival for me, you know, to be able to make $400 or $500 for an hour, for somebody to be able to smell under my arms, or to, people don't want you to take a bath because of your fat. They want you to sweat and then have sessions with you, and I didn't know that. And it's no different than feederism. It's no different than you eating and somebody watching it and paying you and getting off that way. They're getting off on fat, whether it's smelling under my arms or watching you eat.
The difference is that you weren't comfortable, and I am.
Okay. Let me bring Lisa into the conversation. You're 394 pounds. You were actually a member of the feederism community at one point as well.
Yes.
So why'd you stop?
Well, I wasn't really a willing member of the feederism community. My ex was a closet feeder, and I discovered that about a month into the relationship, and he just completely focused on weight gain for sexual purposes, and it ended up being really bad for me because I was getting to the point where I was almost immobile and I couldn't move, and I just felt terrible.
Keep that still with us. Who are these men? I'm hearing about not just feeders, but there's smellers, I guess, Star. What's going on here? Why do men pay women to eat?
Well, listen, there is any variety and every variety of erotic interest in the world. But I would say that that particular one, the one that's being described, is being erotically stimulated by women who are out of control, who can't harness their will. So these men are essentially asking these women to make themselves sick, and they find it erotic. Listen, you may think about it as love, or you'd like to think about it as love. And
can I just chime in here? I'm sorry you had your experience. That's, you know, not even acceptable what he did to you. But not all feeders are like that, honey.
Exactly.
They're not all like that. And not all men who are into big women are like that.
Don't you feel like you have an addiction to food and negative attention?
Not at all.
To me, you're in denial, you know?
Let me introduce Rhea. Rhea's 450 pounds. Mm-hmm. And just give a little bit of backstory on Rhea. You said you got divorced because you were too fat, right?
Correct.
Can you just share that story with everybody so they know who you are as well?
I was married, and I had a daughter. I don't think that she was supposed to be part of the picture. I never met a single family member of his side. I was told that I was an embarrassment to him, and he was embarrassed to be seen in public with me.
But this is again what I'm hearing from the overweight community. Do you believe that overweight people, like these 4 women, are lying when they say that they're healthy and happy?
Yes, absolutely.
And
there's
why?
nothing healthy. I know how I am, so I know that they have to be the same way.
All right. So Lisa.
Well, I think you guys are representing the fat stereotype that's out there. You know, you're lazy. Whether or not you want to admit it, you hardly move. I saw you guys coming on stage. You guys can barely move. How is that healthy? How is that healthy?
2 weeks, I'm tired. I don't know about the rest of these other girls. I'm tired.
listen, it's worse.
All around New York City last night. So.
We heard that they lied. You were called liars. It's worse than that, Mehmet. They're in denial. They're not lying. They believe it.
So, and Sean, you're 302 pounds right now, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You used to think big was beautiful.
Yes.
But actually, now you're worried that this extra weight's causing significant harm to your health.
Yes.
So, please, if you can, speak to these women and to me also. What worries you about what they're doing?
I mean, the number one concern for me is that I'm a single mom, and I really think that these women are very selfish. I know that some of them have children, and I think every day about my daughter having a heart attack, having a stroke, and dying and leaving someone else to raise her. And guess what? Being that overweight, it is not healthy. Our frames are not made to carry that amount of weight. That's just realistically.
Okay, the 4 of you want to lose weight, is that correct?
Yes.
Explain to me how paradoxically, as it might seem, the reason that these 4 women are struggling with weight may actually not be that much different from what drives these women to gain weight.
Exactly. It's the same thing, in my opinion, and given my experience, that being on the run from pain that you lived through trauma that you lived through, can cause you to find it very difficult to say no to food. You stumbled on food as a drug. It gives you pleasure. It's around. You can grab it any time. Plus the fat molecules literally make your brain feel better. That's this group. They recognize that this is a problem. They're onto it. Oh, I'm on a drug. I'm better than that. Now, if you're more hobbled, if you're more handicapped by what the same things these women live through, then you won't even go near it. You'll fool yourself. You embrace it rather than trying to push it away. That's the most dangerous place you can be because, listen, this is no different than lots of other things. Rock bottom for people varies.
Okay, we're going to move away from the psychology for a second because when we come back, I want you to meet the woman who really is the fattest in the world. Does she regret it? I want you to listen to her carefully. Does she regret it? Finding out the medical realities of living with this lifestyle coming up next.
Up next, her weight has put her in the record books.
What do you have to say to women who want your title?
Will her example make a difference?
I don't allow any of you to become Pauline. That's the mission of this show. We got a big question for you.
Not everyone
Who wants the help?
will accept Dr. Oz's offer. And on Thursday, has Montel Williams discovered the Fountain of Youth, his controversial cocktail to boost your energy, and the miracle plan for your pain? Why he says it will work for you. That's coming up on Thursday.
Song by Paul Beckman. Probably a new song created February 7th, 2012. Hi there. How are you? Okay, I'm going to sing a song using guitar chords. C, A7, D7, and G7. The song is going to be called We're About to Meet the Fattest Woman in the World. Well, we're about to meet the fattest woman, fattest woman, fattest woman in the world. We're about to meet the fattest woman, fattest woman, fattest woman in the world. Well, it doesn't mean she's the baddest, baddest, but she is the fattest. Well, how does she feel about her body and her weight? We're gonna see. Dr. Oz is gonna try and interest her in something healthy, alternatives, healthy alternatives for you and me. Will any morbidly obese women be takers, 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 or will they turn? Well, maybe they're not interested, maybe they love themselves just fine. Maybe they don't think they have to lose any weight, they are so divine. Well, you know, God loves us all, weighted or not, thin or fat, well, whatever, I think a lot. Still, there are principles of health. If you want to live longer, better not overtax your body too much. If you got too much weight on you, then your heart's gonna have to pump more. And this is gonna open the door to illnesses galore. Da 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 da. Well, how about me? Do you want to lose weight? Is it time to start? Well, let's see, let's find out now. How's your heart?
This year, at age 48, Pauline Potter was crowned the fattest woman in America. Now she tips the scale at almost 700 pounds, but has paid the ultimate price for her world record title. This is her story.
My name is Pauline. I'm 48 years old, and I hold the 2012 Guinness World Record for the heaviest woman living. All of my life I've been heavy. I started getting chunky at age 8. By the time I was in 7th grade, I weighed about 220. I did fall in love with a great guy who liked big women. I was 500 when I met him and 600 when we got married.